good morning. I am taking the kitties to the vet today so that they can get their nails cut. They're past due on getting their nails cut. Charlie has that one nail that's just like in between his fingers here and it goes really deep. And I need the vet to do that for me, or vet assistant. So, exciting news. Guess what? Guess where we're going? Guess what time it is? It is time to go back to Mexico. It's time to renew our temporary residency. Can you believe it's been a year? It's been a year. So it's March and it's time to go, and we have everything set up. We've got the flights all arranged. We're staying in a lovely Airbnb that I booked through Expedia. And we're excited. We're nervous because we're trying to go for 3 years this time. Guess what? We have to prove economic solvency again. In my last video about that, when we went to the consulate in Orlando, it was told to us that we only had to prove it once. Guess what? We have to take 3 months worth of bank statements to Mexico and show them to the I&M. That's what our facilitator said. And again, I can't reveal the facilitator because of the Mexico relocation guide. I'll be kicked out of the group if I try to do that. So I'm sorry about that, but we are flying back and using the same facilitator in Cancun. We won't be staying in Cancun this time. We're going to be staying a little bit further down, but I'm going to wait until we actually get there to show you where we're going to be staying. I'm excited about it. I think Don is too. We're nervous, but we're excited. So time to go back to Mexico, but first we got to get these cats in here. Oh, and I'm channeling my Carolyn Bessette look today. Can you see the donut bun here? I figure I'm just going to do this while I'm in Mexico. I mean, it's so easy to do, and my hair is finally long enough to do that. I have been growing my hair out since November 2024. I have not had a haircut other than my mother doing a quick little trim last Thanksgiving. So other than just, kind of evening it out, I have not had a major haircut since November 2024 when I first got that really, really short pixie cut. So now it is able to go into my Carolyn Kennedy bun. Everyone watching the love story? Yeah, I'm sucked in. Been watching that one. Okay, let's get these cats inside. Okay, we've got Sir Charles right there, and we've got Leo in here. And they're not happy. Well, Leo's not happy. Charles is content. He's okay. Kids are done and we're ready for the next order of business. I have to go to FedEx so that I can get color copies. I don't know if they need to be color, but that's what we just do it on the safe side there. Color copies of our bank statements. We only need 3 months, but I think I'm gonna print out 4 months. March statement isn't ready yet, so hopefully it'll be ready before we go. We'll see. We'll just print that one out at home. All right. Busy day today, trying to get ready. Okay, one of the things that I need to do before I print out the bank statements is drop off some things at Goodwill. I also need to get a little bit of lunch. I am starving. And it's only like, what, 10:45? So, I'm hungry. We need to get something to eat. I'm like craving a hamburger. Okay, so I gotta go to Goodwill. Got to get the bank statements done. I need to go to Publix. There's a couple of BOGO items that I need to get. And I'm thinking I need to either go to Sephora or Ulta because I don't have a small primer. My primer that I use, Veil, I think it is, Hourglass Veil. It's in a big container and I need a smaller container. I guess I could pump some into a little container. That would work too. But I also wanted to look to see if I could get a stick foundation so that I don't have to bring liquid this time. And I don't think I'm going to use much makeup when I'm there. You know, we have the one day at the I&M where, you know, we have to wear nice clothes and pants or a dress. And we're going to be there all day. All day. My appointment's at 11:30 at the I&M, and Dawn's is at 2:30. So we're going to be there all day. So we're going to have to get some snacks. There's a lot to prepare before you travel internationally. Our flight. Let's talk about the flight ticket. Okay, so last year, you know that we had, my mistake, we had Don's name listed as Don instead of Donald, which matches his passport. So bad news, we are not going to Cancun today. We had a technicality with the passport when I booked the tickets. I booked my husband's ticket with his name of Don instead of his legal name of Donald, and they said that they could not let us on the flight. So we're trying again in another couple weeks. So we couldn't fly originally to go, and we had to redo everything and get our flight later. This time I made sure to put in our legal first name, middle name, last name. Here's where I need your help. So I booked it again through a third party. I booked it through Chase Travel. Okay, so I want to talk about that too, because we had points on our Chase card. That's the one that we use for everything: groceries, vet bills, paying bills. We use our Chase card, and when we signed up for it, we got, I think, 100,000 bonus points. So we used it all year, knowing that we would probably cash in on either a hotel or a flight. Well, we ended up cashing in on the flight because the hotel, we had to do a hotel. There was no like Airbnb and cheaper option for us, because we wanted to kind of experience an Airbnb this time. So we had to book a hotel either through Chase Travel or do our flight. So we did our flight. So did the JetBlue flight. Much more expensive than last year. You know, when you're going in March, you know, and it's spring break everywhere, flight for us to go on JetBlue, the same flight that we took last year, to go on JetBlue, to go nonstop, because JetBlue is the only one that really has a nonstop, and we didn't want to travel for like 6 hours when it's, you know, it's only like an hour and 45-minute flight to Cancun, 2 hours tops. But to do the nonstop for both of us, round trip, $2,400. $2,400, people. I think we paid $1,000 last year. Anyway, so we had, I think, 142,000 points with Chase. So we went ahead and cashed in the whole flight with our points, and we ended up owing $729 for our flight. So not too bad, right? You know, $350 each or so, $360, something like that. But anyway, that's one way that we saved money. The other way that we saved money is, like I said, I booked through Expedia, and we went with a Airbnb place. Brand new, only been in existence for like a year, so new construction where we're going. We've got a studio apartment with a kitchen, and it's got a view of the ocean, so all good with that. Has AC. Made sure to do that. And we're going to get the code on the day that we arrived. We also booked the USA transfer again. I didn't want to mess with, I know it's cheaper, but I didn't want to mess with, we both agreed to this, having our suitcases, because we're just taking carry-ons again, having the suitcases and having to go to the Audio bus station in Cancun Airport, then transfer over to downtown Cancun, and then get the bus to where we're going. So I didn't want to have to do that, so we just booked USA transfers. I know it's expensive, $115 round trip, but I know that they will drop us off at our Airbnb and pick us up at our Airbnb and make sure we get to the airport in time for our flight back. So that's what we did with that. Okay, on to the business of our plane ticket again. Okay, we booked through third party. I put legal first, middle, last name, right? 3 separate fields. Well, JetBlue decided to combine our first legal name and our middle name together and put our middle name in lowercase letters. So I need your help with this. Am I going to have a problem with this? JetBlue says they can fix it on the 13th by putting a space between the first and the middle name. But I mean, everything matches the passport. You know, it's our legal first name, legal middle name, legal last name. It's just the first name and the middle name are together. There's no space. So tell me in the comments if I'm going to have a problem with that one. I'm so over having a problem with our name and the potentially not being able to fly and having to redo all our plans. So please let me know in the comments if that's going to be a problem, if you've experienced that before, where you've had your first and middle name combined. I'm telling you, I am just exhausted. I'm exhausted with all the planning here. I also had to get our dog Pico's, what do you call it, food and Kepra. Sorry, that's my thing in my car here. I had to get his food and his Kepra, his seizure medicine. I had to package his food individually. So everything had to be packaged individually and labeled. So, you know, I spent like 45 minutes doing that last night. The cat sitter's coming. That's going to be like $140. You know, I give her a tip for 7 days. We're going from a Saturday to a Saturday. And so that's going to be $140 for that. Pico is going to be $700 for boarding. $2,400 for the flight, minus our points. And then the Airbnb was $1,019, which I think that's pretty good actually, because you remember the place that we stayed at in Cancun, what was it, Azul? Something like that. I don't know. I'll flash the name. We weren't crazy about that place, and the pool was really cold. This place is much better, I think. It looked much better, and it's going to be a fraction of the cost. So I think we're going to be okay with this one. And it's right on Restaurant Row, too. So I don't want to give away too much with it. I really want you to see where we're going here. All right, I think that's it for the updates. I'm going to drop the things off at Goodwill now, and then I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch and bank statements, Sephora, or Ulta. I don't know. Whichever one my car leads to. All right, see you in a bit. Up, I should have gotten a shake. I brought my Starry with me because I don't do Diet Coke anymore. I tried it again and I got the spins. My vertigo came back. So I think Diet Coke is a no-no for me anymore, which I don't know what I'm going to do in Mexico for carbonated drinks. I don't think they have Starry down there, but that's okay. You know, I'll explore and find something, and I'm sure I'll be fine with it. So you got to keep an open mind. Can't wait to try all the food again, too. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, this time I am taking ground coffee. And I did this last time. I took the pure sweetener, the stevia. So because Splenda seems to be really the only sweetener that I could find in the stores. We are going to be right down the road from a Chedraui. And there's also another one in town as well. And then I want to visit some local markets too. So I'm sure once we check in, I'll go to Chedraui and get my traditional biscuits that I love. I can't wait to bring those home. I'm also going to get some fresh tortillas towards the end of the stay, because I brought those back and I was able to like freeze them in sections and then get out what I needed. And that lasted probably till the summer, so that was good too. Hopefully we'll be able to get our 3 years. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We may only be able to get 1 year because we don't live there yet. But if we get 3 years, it will give us some time to explore other places in Mexico, you know, and decide where we really want to go. Should that be our exit plan or retirement plan? Because that's what this is right now. It's turned into like an exit plan or retirement plan. Okay, I think I'm getting my food now. Okay, time to have a little lunch. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and go to Ulta before I do the FedEx printing of our bank statements, just because logistically where it's at. All right, I also might stop by my consignment store. I don't know if I have any money available there. I know I can't get a check on Saturday unless I call them in advance and request it, but I might be able to see if they've got anything that I could trade my money for. We'll see. I don't know if I have anything. I do need to bring in some things too. I think it's time for another closet purge. I'm also thinking about dismantling my PAX wardrobe system from IKEA that we put up probably 12 years ago or so. I'm thinking about dismantling it in the wardrobe in my closet room, and just scaling back to just what I need and putting it in the actual closet. I don't know, you know, and then I would sell the PAX unit. We'll see what I want to do there. I'm toying with that. I think it would just help, you know, when we do go and sell the house. Plus, you know, I've got so much stuff in there and I really don't need all of that stuff. I just don't. So, burger. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I meant to get a single. I did not mean to get a double. Oh boy. Yeah, that looks good.
Gentle rain and the fading of the season, the way you stayed, though you couldn't remain. I remember golden haze and the way your eyes would find me, the words we say for another day. Wasn't forever, it wasn't pretend, and it is quite a strange feeling to be this close to the end.
Okay, I couldn't film in there because the music was just blasting and I don't want to get a copyright strike. I used to really enjoy shopping for makeup and doing makeup and all that, and as I'm getting older, not so much anymore. So what did I get? Well, they didn't have Hourglass Veil, unfortunately. I got NARS, the multiple, so that I can use it for cheeks and lips and maybe even eyes. And then I also got some blonde rubber bands. And I got It Cosmetics pressed powder. I'm gonna go check out Marshall's too, because sometimes they have some cheaper options as well. Because this was not cheap. This was like $116. God, makeup got so expensive. I don't do it very often anymore, thank goodness. All right, let's go into Marshall's. I'm already pooped, and I swear the weather has gone from winter and cold to just hot and humid. I think we skipped spring. It's March and I think we've skipped it. It is so humid out, and so it's gonna rain again. I just know it's been rainy. Ugh, it's just, I'm drenching already. Okay, so at Marshall's I got a pair of sunglasses, $10. And then I also got some headscarves. Yes, I'm channeling my Carolyn Bessette. So some headscarves, pair of glasses. I found a whole bunch of rubber bands there that were like $4 instead of the $10 that I paid at Ulta, whatever. And then I found some shirts for Don, you know, so that he can try some on, some linen shirts. We'll see if they work. If not, I'll just return them. And then I think I might pop into Old Navy as well, see what I can find there. I don't know, I'm kind of tired. This running around business, that just makes me tired. And I still have to do the copies. I could do those tomorrow if I wanted to. I don't know. Okay. Shopping makes me tired. Trying to think if I got anything else at Marshall's. And it was a long line to check out too. And crying babies and I know, drama, whatever. All right. I pooped out yesterday, so this is day 2. I didn't feel like going to FedEx yesterday, so this is the first thing that I'm doing. I am going to FedEx. Hey, do you like my glasses? These are, they were $10 at Marshall's. Now I think I'm really channeling the Carolyn Bessette vibe. And I have my new makeup on. I use that NARS Multiple. My lips, my cheeks, my eyes, and then I use the It Cosmetics pressed foundation. I think it's really good. I think this is going to work for us. Me. It's going to work for me when we go to Mexico. Oh, I think, let's see, today is March 8th. I think that is International Women's Day. So, March 8th, 2000, I want to say 2. I went with a girlfriend to Italy It's the first and only time I've been to Italy. And on International Women's Day, we were walking around Italy, and men were handing us yellow flowers on this day. And it's just something that always sticks in my mind. You know, these strangers would just come up to you and hand you a yellow flower, and that was it. You know, they were just being very nice and just appreciative. And so that, you know, every time it's March 8th or International Women's Day, I always think of that. It's just a nice reminder of that time, because during that time it was not a good time. You know, we had just had like 9/11, and it wasn't a good time. But okay, so anyway, I'm gonna go to FedEx. I'm gonna get the bank statements printed. None of the shirts worked out for Dawn, so I'm going to take those back. We ended up going online last night to Tommy Bahama and doing some shopping there for him. I feel like there's something in the way here. Hold on. Okay, there. That's better. Nope. No. Okay, so we ended up going online shopping at Tommy Bahama, and he doesn't do this. He does not buy himself clothes, and I'm so happy that he did. But he bought, you know, a few pairs of pants, some shirts, some shoes. So, you know, and Tommy Bahama, it's not cheap, but it's quality clothes that will last, and that's how I like to shop now. Is just buy something quality so that it doesn't fall apart like fast fashion, and you don't end up, you know, wearing it once or twice and then it's just threads, you know. So he's probably gonna have this in his wardrobe for the rest of his life. So I'm very happy that he bought himself some clothes. He's been needing some. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna take back this stuff to Marshall's. Oh, I'm gonna take back the expensive hair ties to Ulta, because I found twice as many, if not more, like 70 of them for $4 at Marshall's. So I'm going to take back the other one I got, which was probably like, I don't know, 20 of them for $10. So that's the plan today, and hopefully I can get back before it rains. All right. That was fun. So that was probably 30-45 minutes in there just trying to figure out how to do this. I printed 4 months of individual bank statements for Dawn and myself, and then I printed 4 months of joint checking account statements as well. Just overly cautious here. Just want to have more than enough at the I&M, since we have to prove financial solvency again, which we didn't think we had to. According to the guide, last year we didn't have to, but I guess things changed this year. Okay, so that's done. Now we can go return the shirts at Marshall's, and then go home. Spend the rest of Sunday and International Women's Day at home. All right, thanks for joining me. Hopefully next time I see you, it will be in Mexico. Adios. Hasta luego, my friends.